Queer cats are tone setters, the same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written, no time slipping. When we rhyme spitting, divine mission. Since the house days, GA Grandma left DJ Tanner outraged. The South stays, about that Beretta clapping, lines balanced with
Head on over to Spotify and all other streaming platforms to check out the NoMercyTV Podcast. Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy. Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. You know what time it is, man. Man, just saw Unkle Rise 15 Minutes of Fame segment where they were talking about, you know, the whole Sue Surf thing. And looking at Sue Surf tweet, I'm confused by this. I'm 1,000% confused by this whole situation. I'm gonna tell y'all why. I guess, okay, super fight's going down, right? Cortez and Ace Amin, they got the battle going down. $5,000 bet, right? Now, for some reason, they chose to either film or air the battle the day after the actual event, right? Which I don't really get why that would be a thing, but whatever. They do that, right? Now, after the battle, of course, interviews are taking place. Interviews are going down. Unkle Ra is interviewing Cortez. Cortez, during the interview, starts, saying, mocking Sue Surf, basically. Surf is, in the background, I guess, talking to somebody else. And Sue Surf walks over to Cortez. Now, Cortez and Surf are discussing the battle. They're discussing the Ace Amin battle. They're discussing the outcome with the judges, etc., etc. Unkle Ra is right there in front of Sue Surf's face, asking questions. Surf knows he's on camera. He knows he's on camera. It's not like Unkle Ra is like hiding in like some fake bushes with some some shit covering up the camera or nothing like that. Unkle Ra is right there in front of him with the camera on, and Surf sees the camera. I don't get it. And this is my thing, right? And this is the only thing I could really quote unquote theorize, right? The interview coming out before the battle came out, I guess essentially it's leaking the match result. It's a judge battle. A lot of times you want to wait until the battle actually happens before the world hears the decision. So the people haven't got to see the battle yet, but they know Cortez won. You feel me? Which, I'm going to tell you like this. Battle rap can't hold water for nothing. If the match result wasn't leaked from that interview, it would have got leaked from one of these corny battle rappers that talk like, like it's no tomorrow. You feel me? They'd have got on the phone. One of these battle rappers would have got on the phone with a blogger or somebody like that. Eventually, it would have got out anyway that Cortez won. You understand? It's battle rap. This ain't like, you remember how the music industry is like almost like trying to prevent bootlegging. Like, it's going to happen. You understand? It's going to leak. That is just the world we live in. Ain't no secrecy. You can't have a battle go down with a whole bunch of people in the battle rap culture in the room, and then you think nobody's going to know who won. Like, come on. The result is going to get out eventually. You feel me? So, what I'm thinking is Surf is mad because, I don't know, maybe URL got on him about, the matchup being leaked, or Caffeine got on him, or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, that's more so Sue Surf's fault. You understand? For being in front of a camera and speaking on something that he probably shouldn't have spoke on. But at the end of the day, you don't know. Like, Unkle Ra don't know that, the battle's not, he probably don't know that the battle's not being aired or whatever the case is, because there's a whole weird situation around the battle. You feel me? So it's really nothing wrong that happened here. And I think if Surf, if they came at Surf about that, then he should have more so held his ground than tried to pass off Unkle Rod as a scapegoat. You understand? And throw him under the bus. Like, what are you throwing him under the bus for? He didn't do nothing wrong. He did what he normally does. He showed up to the event, gets content, gets the battle rapper speaking on different stuff and all that, and that's just that. So to go on Twitter and say, 15 minutes of fame, they not supposed to cut on the camera, I told them, or whatever the case is, like, dog, you walked into the camera. You walked into the camera and you started discussing something that you probably shouldn't have been discussing. So how are you blaming that man? Like, come on. That's corny. That's corny. And I wasn't feeling that. You understand? So, and that's just me. It is really something that's really like clear cut and dry, and it just makes me wonder, like, what's going on over there? You understand? To where people are just like losing it over like simple bullshit. Like, yo, if there's a controversy going on behind the scenes about, the matchup result got leaked, etc., that's a conversation that could be had behind the scenes. You understand? Like, that's a conversation Surf could have had with Unkle Rod, and it's not even. It more so could have been just on some Surf hitting him up. Yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I think we kind of messed up. URL is going crazy, or Caffeine going crazy about the match result getting leaked, and they didn't want nobody to know until the matchup aired. So, just make sure that the air is clear for next time between the two of y'all. Communicate somehow that, content like that don't come out if it's a situation where, the battle's going down but not airing to them, or something like that. But this is something that could have been settled with a simple phone call. It could have been something completely civil. It didn't even have to be an issue. But I think for Surf to go on Twitter and just air out Unkle Rod like that, like, I thought that was corny, man. Unkle Rod don't deserve that, especially as one of like the coolest people in battle rap. Like, to me personally, Unkle Rod is top 5, one of the coolest individuals in this culture. Never did no sucker shit. Always respectful, always dropping good content. Like, he really is here to help push this culture forward. Legendary interviews, does his job the way he's supposed to be doing it. Not like the rest of these clout chasers running around, putting out weird content. So how do you take somebody like that and just like throw them under the bus in that manner? Like, I thought that was weird. I thought that was real weird to Surf. And that, I don't know. I'm completely confused by that. But like I said, the only thing that I can, and I'm saying this is speculation, I'm not saying this for sure, the only thing I could say might have happened was, he might have got barked on or something like that for the matchup result being leaked early. You understand? That's the only thing I could fathom in my mind as to why Surf has an issue. You feel me? You can't tell me that you feel a way about the camera being on around you for 15 minutes of fame, and you walked into a Cortez interview, and Unkle Rod's asking you questions, you're in front of the camera answering them. You're looking directly at the camera, you're looking directly at Unkle Rod, and you're answering the questions. So how do you get on Twitter later on and say you have an issue with that? Like, it makes no sense. You feel me? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I just thought that was some BS, and now y'all know me, man. I rock with 15 minutes of fame heavy. Always go to bat for them, and this was just one of them situations where I didn't feel like they was wrong at all. You understand? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll holler at y'all soon, man. No Mercy, Trap, New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. You know what time it is.